Okay guys, now it is time to dive deep into the different types of data validations that are available in Excel. Let us look at the whole number data validation in this video. Okay, before we jump into the whole number, let us step back for a minute and talk about the any value option. By the way, that's the very first one on the drop down here. So by default, when you create a worksheet or workbook, all the cells are set to any value. And what it means is the user can enter any kind of data. Now the validation is opposite to that. You're restricting the user to enter certain type of data. Okay. Now let's move into the whole number thing. So the whole number is the very second option here. Let us exit out of that, and then here, let's come here. So the whole number, let's just copy it here. And as you can see, under whole number, you have, once you pick it, you get these three fields, and you have a drop down. You have some options here: between, not in between, equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Now depending on the option you pick, based on the meaning, what it means, you get either one cell, one option or two options here. For example, between, you need to have minimum value and maximum value. When you say equal to, all you need is a value that needs to be validated, equal to. And if you say greater than, just one number, and any value that's greater than that will be allowed. So let us take a look at the first one, which is between. I'll say 50 and 60. So what it does now here is, I think I picked the wrong cell. Let me do Control Z and whole number. Let's say the first one here. Okay, I'm going to pick the cell here and then repeat it. Just bear with me for a quick few seconds. Between. Okay, now this cell has validation. Now here, if I now try to enter 45, I get an error. I enter 61, I get an error. I enter 50, no issues. I have 55, no issues. Now if I enter 55.5, that will not work because it's not a whole number. It needs to be a whole number. So that's between. Let's change the validation a little bit. Let's change it to not in between. Now we are saying any value that's outside the range 50 and 60 is a valid value. So I changed it. Now here, as you can see, 55 is not a right value because 55 falls between 50 and 60. If I do circle invalid data, both are invalid because there is a validation on this cell. So let me clear circles here. Let me do this. Let's make sure, check it, 50, 60, that's right. Now here, if we do 60, you get an error. You get 61, it's outside the range, no error. 45, it's outside the range because it's below or less than 50. Now, let me go back here to data validation again. Similar to that, you have a lot more options. It's pretty much self-explanatory. It's very easy. So let me look at one more thing, less than. Say less than 100. Let me say 15.5 works, 15 works, and if I do 500, it's not working. So now you might be wondering, why do we need this validation? Where do we use it? Don't worry about all that. When we do or work with these two spreadsheets at the end of this section, you will understand. So for now, the whole number is done. Please feel free to mess with these other options that we haven't demoed it for you. It's pretty straightforward. Just pick it. You get one or two fields, put appropriate value, and try to enter some number and see what happens. Well, that's it in this video. I'll see you in the next.